Good morning. This presentation today is by the Shoshone Business Council on some of the topics that have been before the council in the past month or so. The intent today is just to give you an update on some of the subjects that will not be on the agenda for the Shoshone General Council meeting on the 12th. The first item will be on the 150th anniversary of Yellowstone Park. The tribe participated on the 1st of March in a presentation that went nationwide regarding our role in the planning and the presentation of the celebration. Yellowstone Park was created by the Yellowstone Park Act in 1872. It was signed into law by President Ulysses S. Grant. It withdrew from settlement, occupation, and sale the area within the park. It then became a public park for the benefit and enjoyment of the entire public. Since going back in time, in history, the indigenous tribes of this area have always utilized Yellowstone National Park. The last count was about 50 tribes from this area, covering about 5 or 6 states, clear into Washington, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Colorado, Idaho, Utah. And the indigenous tribes had always used the park for hunting, for fishing, to gather plants and roots, for food and for healing, and for ceremonies. The tribes also used the thermal waters for medicinal and religious purposes. Its location is at the convergence of the Great Plains, the Great Basin, and the Columbia River Plateau. This made it accessible to all, such a high number of tribes. However, when the Yellowstone Act was passed, it violated treaties that had just been entered into between the United States and a lot of tribes in this area, like the Eastern Shoshone, the Bannock, the Crow. They had treaties dated 1868 whereby they reserved the right to hunt on the unoccupied lands of the United States, and that included Yellowstone. It also infringed upon the inherent rights of all the other tribes too, who had the same rights. They just weren't spelled out in the treaty. So not only did the act violate the rights of the tribes, but it also rendered all the tribes trespassers on the land in the park. We couldn't go in there anymore. But recently, down through time, things have changed a little bit. The Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland, and the Secretary of Agriculture, Thomas J. Vilsack, they recently signed a secretarial order. And this order recognizes the federal trust responsibility to Indian tribes throughout the United States in the stewardship of federal lands and federal waters. The order seeks to protect treaty, religious, and subsistence rights of the tribes, including cultural interests. It provides that the co-stewardship of tribal and federal control and care of tribal lands will fulfill the trust and treaty obligations. After all these years, so based upon that order, the superintendent of Yellowstone Park, Cam Shawley, communicated with the tribes in this area, including the Eastern Shoshone and Northern Arapaho, to participate in the planning process for the celebration of the anniversary. And so the first event was the one that was held March 1st. This is a step in the right direction, we feel. However, it doesn't really go far enough. I mean, it hopefully we'd like to see permanent stewardship in Yellowstone Park, where the tribes are permanently involved in its operation and have a visual presence throughout the park. The first step is to have some tribal displays at Old Faithful, the Old Faithful Center, but I believe the goal should be to have tribal displays throughout the park at all the places like Old Faithful, the Fishing Bridge, Mammoth, and other places, other sites, so that the tribes can display and communicate their cultural and historic connection to the park. Because 50 tribes are a lot of tribes, and then later on, after the celebration of the anniversary is completed, in the years following, we would like to see the tribes permanently involved in running the park, to the point of where eventually the tribes could run it completely themselves. But that's down the road. So in conjunction with the 150th anniversary, there's some other events that have been scheduled here on our reservation around, it's the first week of June. And those events will include activities at the Shoshone Rose Casino, the Wind River Casino, and Central Wyoming College. There'll be sessions for federal officials to be made acquainted, become acquainted with treaty rights and other inherent rights of Indian tribes throughout this country. And there'll be classes given and training sessions conducted by Native American leaders. There'll be other activities. There'll be some displays of crafts, languages by the tribes at each of the casinos. There could be other social events, such as maybe a hand game or something along those lines. The plans aren't really totally final, but we're just thinking about things in those directions. The Greater Yellowstone Coalition is also participating in the planning and the celebration of the anniversary, and that coalition is being led by Wes Martell. So we're looking forward to involving our cultures and our tribal members in the celebration coming up. Thank you. How long was that?
Hello, Mike Ute here, member of the Eastern Shoshone Business Council and a commissioner on the Wind River Energy Commission. And I am going to do a presentation on the operational report from Circle Ridge Oil Field. This is from January 2022 because we can only do one that is a month behind to get the official reports. This is a financial report and an executive summary, and it's going to be short, concise, and it should give you a lot of data If you have any questions, you're going to be able to email the Wind River Energy Commission, and I'll give you each of our emails. So that will go, all of the questions will not be directed towards business councils, but please direct them towards the Energy Commission. This was prepared for the Eastern Shoshone Tribe, the Northern Arapaho Tribe, and the Wind River Energy Commission, which is operated by MI3. So what I'm going to be reading here is going to be exactly what you can access if you follow the link from the YouTube video. All right, so operation results. Production down, but revenue up from the previous month. January 2022 operations. Here's the field report. No incidents or accidents of any kind. Producing well count equals 63. Several power bumps occurred due to high winds and snow, causing several swings in production levels. Many wells were down. The production levels, 6.33% lower than December at 52,091 barrels. The January sell price was $66.20. December sell price was $53.70. Increase from December to January of 23.3%. Revenue increase from December to January was up 15.46%. Earnings, 7.83% higher than December at $2,422,395.11. January 2022 results. Revenue, which was deposited in February, $3,392,000, $3,392,579.90 is a little lower than expected. Operating expenses, 42.93% higher than December at $928,065.58. This is the operator expense. This is what it costs to have an operator on an oil field every month. Net cash from operations, excluding royalties and tax, $2,422,395.11. Capital expenditures, $42,119.21. These are expenditures by the operator. If you have any questions, please direct them to the Energy Commission. This is what we do for a living, so we can help you out there. Oil production. Average oil production for December was 1,680 barrels per day. This is a decrease of 113 barrels a day from the previous month. Production was affected by multiple field-wide power outages. Power surges and weather-related issues caused 5 wells to go down for an extended time during the month. Merritt, which was the previous operator, finally transferred custody of the 29 requested wells over to the tribes. During the last week of the month, MI3 started to work on the wells transferred to the tribes. Again, all of this information will be available through the link on YouTube. Any questions, again, please give them to the Energy Commission, and those emails will be provided with the video. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Erin Ingavo, and I'm the COVID coordinator for Eastern Shoshone Tribal Health. I'm just here to do a quick community update as of this month, March 2022. I just wanted to let the community kind of know where we're at with COVID at this point in time. After this, we will also put a paper up that you can read more information about and a little more education, so that way there's phone numbers attached if you want to reach out and call, have questions, or need more clarification. It would be wonderful for y'all to reach out. So as of the last 2 weeks, our percents had dropped down to 4.7%. And then this last week, as of March 9th, we are down to 2.6, which is really great. But at the other side of that, we're also seeing the numbers for testing decrease drastically. So we still want to encourage the community to take advantage of testing, especially if you're feeling sick, having symptoms, or have been around somebody that you know has been positive. Eastern Shoshone Tribal Health, we do surveillance testing every week for tribal programs, and we have a rotation that we now have everybody come in to do testing. We do that on Wednesdays from 10 to 11:45. As of next week, we'll be back at the Buffalo Room at the hall, and that is also a time that the public is more than welcome to come test if they feel that they need to, instead of having to make it out to curative if you still want to test weekly or you're having symptoms or something's going on. So please feel free to come in and test if you feel that you're needing to do that. We also want to let people know that when you do test positive, that there's treatment available and that we want you to seek your provider's guidance after that. That way they can decide what kind of treatment would be best for you. A lot of people don't realize that there are things that can help you get through COVID a little easier. And so the key is getting that treatment as soon as possible. So again, at that point, if you are positive, reach out and talk to your provider, especially if you're having really hard symptoms you're struggling with, because they will guide you in that manner of where and what is best for you at that point. We also want to let the community know that contact tracing is changing, and that's going to be for the reservation wide. When we had this last surge, it had come to the point that tests were just coming in so quick and so high volume numbers. At one day alone, our highest peak, we were at 213 positive tests in one day. And it was hard with the contact tracers trying to reach out, talk to people, find out about their homes, let alone everybody in the home, symptoms, that we're now changing the aspect and what we're doing with contact tracing. So when we reach out to people, what we'll be doing now is more getting in contact, letting you know you're positive, and seeing what there is that we can do, answer questions, provide education. In this way, it's not so strenuous because during that surge, there was just no way we could reach out to people. We still will be providing isolation and quarantine orders. So if you're needing those for work or for your kids for school, please call us. We want our community to be as active as we are in calling. So the phone works both ways, and we're really wanting the community to really take advantage of, being more involved in their healthcare with COVID and how to manage that. So please reach out. The other thing we wanted to let everybody know is we're going to be following the 5-day isolation that was recommended by the CDC and the State Health Department. Tribal Health, in conjunction with Wind River Cares and the service unit, will stay consistent with that 5-day positive. And then at that point, we want you to reach out to your provider if you're sick or having longer, harder symptoms. That can also give you a longer time to be at home. We're trying to keep the education and information consistent on the reservation so that we're all following the same thing and it's not different everywhere else. So here in the next week or so, you'll start seeing more information come out to the community. We're gonna put pamphlets out that kind of explain those things and steps of what happens, what to expect, what you can do to help things in your situation when there's a positive that may be yourself or somebody in your family. So keep an eye out for those. We'll start having those out in different places in the community. You can definitely refer to those, and again, call us at Tribal Health, Wind River Cares, or Wind River Service Unit to help follow whatever it is we need to help you with at that point. And we also want people to know too, we don't always know that you're positive. If you don't see somebody on the reservation or come to Tribal Health for your health care and you're getting home tests or you're seeing a provider off the reservation, we aren't aware that you're positive. And so waiting for us to call, that call won't come because again, we don't know that you're positive. So please reach out to us because that's when we can help. Don't sit and wait for a phone call. We're getting ready to reopen the Rocky Mountain Hall and Big Wind Hall. We're working on finalizing the paperwork to complete when you're requesting to utilize those halls. We just want the community to be aware that there will be some guidance in what to expect when you rent the hall, and that's including wearing masks, and it's also going to be based on capacity. So those are things you want to keep in mind when you're going to be having events indoors, is to pay attention to capacity numbers. And when things get high, numbers are high in the community, that may affect those things staying open. So we just want people to be aware of that as well. General Council is this weekend on Saturday. We will be there as Tribal Health to help screen and offer rapid testing. We'd ask that the community bring proof of their vaccinations and or negative test. It makes the screening process a lot easier. Rapid tests only take 15 minutes. So if you're not vaccinated or you may be having symptoms or not sure if it's allergies because it's that time of year, we are there and we will be able to test. So just let us know, hey, I'd like a test, and we can get that done for you really quick. The bonus part is if you can bring us proof of your vaccine and being fully vaccinated, which is now the term used, that includes your booster. We'll enter you in a drawing, so we'll be giving away some good stuff over there at the General Council meeting this weekend. So we just want you to know that we continue to work to support the community and to keep up with what we're doing to keep our community safe. We know that this mask mandate isn't fun, but we still need to be vigilant. We don't have the testing numbers that we did to really have a good sample to know how high COVID is still in the community. All we have are the numbers that are based on those that do test. So we still encourage you to take advantage of testing, especially weekly, being out in work, being out in public, being out at sports events, being off the reservation. We're gonna have the mask mandate for a while, and we just really want you to stop and think. We know it's frustrating, but to think about those, our elders and our youth that aren't vaccinated yet, and trying to do what's best for the community and keeping others safe. Keep your family safe, keep your loved ones safe, and again, just doing your part as a community member to do what's best for the community. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us at Tribal Health 332-6805. We're always more than willing to take questions and help as much as we possibly can. And again, please just keep each other safe and take advantage of testing. The curative trailers are still here. There's one out at Wind River Casino in Arapahoe, and then of course the one at Shoshone Rose. And again, you're always welcome to come test with us on Wednesdays. So again, you guys have a good, safe week, and we'll put these papers up on Facebook and social media so that you can read more in depth. There's a little more education about where numbers have been, where we're at, but also again, keep in mind testing's low. Thanks.
Now I'm gonna give an update on the Shoshone Rose Casino operation. It was almost a year ago in May 2021 that we reopened the casino. And for the first 3 months, we had a consultant. His name is Randy Carter, and he helped with the reopening and getting the operation back on track. The operation was a little bit slow during the winter months, and that's just only natural. That business drops off a little bit. But it looks like things have improved recently. This month, March, the Business Council put a large amount of money into the casino from the American Rescue Plan funds. Now those funds can be used in the businesses until the end of 2024. The amount that the tribe put into the Rose was $1,761,892.60. The breakdown of that money for the use by the casino is $895,605 is going to be used for hazard pay, and that hazard pay is for employees who have direct contact with the public, and there's a possibility they could contact COVID. So most of the employees are in that situation at the casino. The other uses is $150,000 for medical leave. Someone gets sick and they need to be quarantined for, I think it's up to 14 days. They can be paid during that period of time. The other amount that's going to be utilized by the casino is $446,000, and that'll be used to rehire employees who were let go when the casino was closed, to re-employ them. $200,892.60 is going to be used for PPP and sanitation costs. Now PPP is protection equipment. That'd be supplies, masks, other kind of supplies that are used for COVID. Sanitation costs, say someone that stayed in the hotel was diagnosed with COVID, there'd be a cost to go deep clean those rooms. Disinfectant, hand sanitizers, all those supplies that are related to COVID, that's what that money's gonna be used for. 70,000 will be used for minor construction costs, for signs, say the sign needs to be repaired or something outside that's not really a major construction project. That money will be used for that, so that totals the 1.7+ million that we're putting into the casino. Now, by the end of this month, around the 1st of April, the restaurant will be reopening, and the restaurant will have a full dinner menu, and it'll be open from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at night. We feel like the restaurant's gonna be something that people are looking forward to. A lot of people are asking about it, not only tribal members, but people outside the tribe. And as everyone knows, there isn't a lot of places to eat in Lander and Riverton. You get the same old 3 or 4 places, and you get tired of their menu. We're gonna try to have a variety of things on our menu. We're hoping that the cook that we hire is gonna do a good job for us and offer some food that's people will like. So the restaurant is hopefully gonna generate some more business for us. Today, as of today, we have a total of 24 new machines that are gonna be in operation. We had a few weeks ago, there was a lady that had a big jackpot on one of them, and that sort of increased some interest in the casino. Now with the balance, the other machines that are coming in, hopefully we can generate some more interest in the casino and increase our business some more. Some of our promotions, we have that Friday night promotion starting at 7 o'clock. There's a drawing for $400 every hour until 10. So there's a drawing of $400 at 7, 8, 9, and 10. The other promotion that we have for the casino is called the Golden Ticket Drawings. And there's if a person achieves 100 points on their card, they get a golden ticket. Now the golden ticket will have an amount in there. The highest amount in there is $500. So if your ticket says $500, you get $500 in cash. The other amounts in there are less than $500, and those won't be cash, they'll be credit to play. So those are just some of the promotions and plans we have for the casino. And like I said, it looks like business is improving a little bit. We still meet every 2 weeks with the Shakopee tribe on the operation of the casino. We work with them to help improve our operation. As everyone knows, we have the big loan with them. Hopefully we can somehow get that paid or work on getting it paid. And that's our goal, is to get the loan paid and we stand on our feet on our own with our own business. So we have a beautiful facility. A lot of people that actually go there compliment us on the cleanliness and the attitude of our employees. So we're pleased with how the casino is going at this time. In closing, I just want to remind everyone about the General Council meeting on Saturday the 12th. Remember that, this is your government, and encourage you to participate, to come. I know sometimes things get difficult. People don't act in an appropriate manner many times. I guess that's just part of life. we have to look past that. And maybe we can all come together in a positive way and try to conduct our tribal business. Thank you.